right.
let me finish. Your reply was, I really don't get your humor. Can you clarify that? Are you saying that because I'm autistic, I should poison myself with bleach? Question mark, MMS, question mark, classy, Katie, real classy. That was one of the silly ones, but there's also a whole bunch that weren't silly, where you were serious. Like when you said, what do you mean alleged? It's my understanding you are cool with pedophilia and you have friends that are pedophiles. What's there to allege? Ask LOL for help, for facts, LOL.
Hey, Kaylee, can you send
some of the more...
Can you pull this up on screen? Because it's hard. I'm a visual person. I'd like to be able to look at him if that's all right.
I'm not even on the same computer, but he can bring it up because I sent it to him.
Go on. All right, here's one. I don't know if you guys can see it right now.
That was one of the silly ones, but there's a bunch of others that weren't so silly.
The fact that I'm being silly in this, the whole thing.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because you're being silly in some doesn't mean that you're being silly in all of them.
You gotta let it speak, though. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
You're assuming, Kaylee. You are assuming and saying it's fact. Period. I would think you could read the context of the situation and see how much silly stuff was said. That for me, the whole thing was silly banter. It was silliness. It was being extremely dry sarcasm.
Okay,
I mean, like, look, you just saw that one. Look, it says I cured crow's feet with my own feces. Like, that's being silly.
Okay, so you don't actually believe in MMS then?
I don't have enough information about it to know. I've heard good things and bad things. I would say that I don't promote it. I wouldn't tell people to go do it. Like, I don't know enough about it. And for some reason, Kaylee keeps the reason I got silly and sarcastic is because Kaylee has this obsessive thing to link me with MMS. Like, anytime I've had anything to do with her, she brings up MMS.
I've only ever brought up MMS specifically once in my entire Twitter history before you came at me with the MMS.
We've had so many conversations where you bring it up and I'm like, and you would go,
no, we haven't.
Yes, we have. And then
no, we haven't.
Yes, we have. And I would go, what are you talking about? Like, well, and hold on, let me finish. Okay. You would say, well, you do alternative therapies, and I'm just worried that this is something you would do or talk about. And I'm like, no. That's not, I don't know anything about this therapy. I don't even promote the stuff I'm doing. I don't even tell people the programs I'm on to get heavy metals out of my body. That's how careful I try to be.
Can you bring up a screenshot 85 RSN?
I only have like, I only have like 3 up here. I have this one. It says, how about this one? What do you think of drinking gasoline and mixing it with
Joy, they weren't all for you. They're listed in order. There's like a bunch from my game.
Oh, okay. So then I apologize. I thought they were all for me. Well, Kaylee, I think you could at least understand, or I think you're aware, there are a lot of obsessive people around me that do shit like that. Crazy. Yeah, they memorize every action I've ever done. It's insane. So let me point something out. I'm looking at this. It says, how about this one? What do you think drinking gasoline and mixing it with hydrogen peroxide straight from the bottle and MMS, concentrated bleach? And let me explain something, Kaylee. If you know a lot about MMS, that's great. Like I said, I don't. So you're throwing out all this stuff about like gasoline, hydrogen peroxide, MMS, and then bleach. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about. So I just got silly. Like, I was like, what are you talking about, Kaylee?
But that specific one was after you had already told me to mix it with bleach and hydrogen peroxide and stuff.
That, I believe it was because I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, pull up the screenshots. The bleach comment came in because you brought up bleach and I didn't know what you were talking about. So
okay,
then
I was trying to clarify for you what
so
you were saying.
I didn't know that, Kaylee. I was being silly because I thought
wait. In one of your other tweets, you said that you breathed in the MMS and took baths with it. That's a detailed kind of
You gotta pull it up.
fact.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. You have to pull it up because I don't know which one you're referring to.
Hang on.
By the way, that last screenshot, I literally was talking about joking. Just want to be very clear. That last screenshot had me talking about joking.
No, okay.
That last screenshot, yes, it did. It did. Clear. If you go back to the last screenshot, there was underneath.
Yeah, you said that you were joking and being sarcastic to it, and I was calling you out that it wasn't joking or sarcastic.
That's your assumption, Kaylee.
It's not an assumption.
It is an assumption. You know facts, but you're taking stuff and twisting it. It's an assumption.
Hold on.
I'm not twisting anything.
You are. You don't. You're not in my head, Kaylee. Prove to me you're in my head and you knew my intention. Prove it. Prove you can read my mind. You hate alternative therapies. You hate the woo-woo, but apparently you can read my mind and know my intention. So prove you're a mind reader. Please.
Well, actually, Joey, maybe you actually should have, of course, like tried to make it more known that, of course, like you were joking and stuff like that. Like, here's
the thing. I don't have to do that. You can joke and not make it known. It's called sarcasm.
But of course, when you're talking with people on the internet, that's of course why you.
Let me explain. Every time you make a sarcastic comment, is there a rule that you have to follow up with? Lol, JK. Joking, do you do that in your everyday life? Do you do that every time you have a communication and you're sarcastic? No.
It's completely irrelevant because you shouldn't be joking about that kind of stuff.
On the internet, it's actually much more difficult to know that because, you're not speaking one-on-one with a person face-to-face. That's of course.
Bingo. So let me explain. So then for her to run around and say that I wasn't being sarcastic, she's making an assumption. There is no rule that says that
Joey, hold up. On hers, you maybe, like I said, you maybe should have made it more known that you were, of course, like maybe being sarcastic. If, of course, that was.
I did later. I believe in the messages. I did later because if you go back to that previous message, I think it might be this one. If you scroll down, I talk about joking. So I did. She's taking this and running with it as she wants.
Just say, how are the Angels today? Do you still hear them? What was up with that? You were an Angel. Sorry, what was the name of it, Kaylee? What was the name? Angel. What? Like angel Wrangler? Wait, what was it?
Angel Channeler. She was an Angel Channeler.
I like how you said Angel Wrangler. What the fuck? Oh man, how did that happen, Joy?
Look, where's the list of crap that I can't joke about while you defend a pedophile? I'm talking about joking, and in other places I talk about joking. There's other messages where I'm talking.
That was in response to me saying that you shouldn't joke about this kind of stuff.
I'm making it very clear I'm joking. Where's the list of crap that I can't joke about? So you say that,
and then after that.
Let me finish. You just proved my point, Kaylee. This is why my head explodes when I talk to you. You just said you shouldn't joke about it. So therefore, you knew I was telling you it was a joke, and you knew it was a joke. Otherwise, why would you say you shouldn't joke about it if you didn't think I was joking? And
no, because she didn't know, and now she's telling you maybe should have not joked about this stuff.
I can joke about whatever I want. If she wants to take it in every mystery.
Yeah, I agree. You could joke about whatever you want.
Joy, in all seriousness, it's a little fucked up. I mean, come on. No, I mean, it's not.
It's humor. If she wants to take it as fucked up, then she shouldn't be on that side of the internet. That I don't know what to say. If you can't take a joke,
I know, but you're like, oh, hey, maybe you should take MMS for your autism. I mean, come on, that's fucked up. It's
not because I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with it. I don't know enough about it. I know it's an alternative therapy. So to her, MMS is drinking bleach. To me, I don't know what it is that much. I don't really know much about it. So it's not a bad thing.
Why did you mention it if you weren't exactly too sure like what it was, Joey?
Because I'm being, oh my God, because it's sarcasm. I don't.
But I'm sorry, we've already been through this. If you're sarcastic online, it's of course you actually gotta make it known.
I don't have to. I don't have to.
Yeah, of course, Joe, you don't have to do anything, but if you're trying to avoid confusion, that's what, of course, you do in order to prevent situations like this.
You're right. I thought people were more. You know what? Let me give you this leeway. I thought she was more intelligent to understand sarcasm, so maybe that's on me.
Yeah,
so I assume.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say. And by the way, I don't think everybody should have.
I mean,
and
if it's on you, just apologize. I mean, if it's that serious.
Apologize for because number one, she's been obsessive with me. Number two, it's a joke. And it was obviously a joke. Look at the thing about Feces. My God.
I know.
Can I make a point?
Maybe apologize for getting on the wrong foot with her.
No, because that's on her. She got on the wrong foot with me. That's on her. Absolutely not.
So it's also on you for not making exactly known that you were, of course, joking.
She needs to apologize.
Can I say something?
I'm going to one-up.
No.
No. She needs to apologize for being a mind reader. She needs to apologize.
No, Joy.
Apologize for
Joy. Is this not also your fault for, of course, not making it known that you were being sarcastic? Yes or no?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Like, I just gotta be honest. I think it's kind of fucked up. You just be like, hey, you should take this for autism, and it's fucking bleach. I mean, come on, it's fucked up.
I don't. Okay, RSN. Let me ask you: is it common knowledge for you that miracle mineral solution equals bleach? Before knowing anything about
if you're gonna recommend some shit, you should know what the fuck it is.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I don't know what it is.
Why are you joking about it if you don't know what it is? If you don't know what it is, why are you joking about it?
It's a joke. It's sarcasm.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
okay, hold on.
Sarcasm. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do that.
Wait, hold on. How do you know it's so?
Then maybe make it known via JK. I don't exactly really mean this.
I don't have to do that. It's on her. It's on her whether or not she wants to believe it's sarcasm.
Again, Joe, you don't have to do that. But if you want to avoid confusion, then that's on you at that point. That's on you at that point.
You just told me Crybully again?
You are. Yes, you play Crybully. It's funny to me. This thing.
How am I bullying you at all?
You play Crybully. You will obsess and go on and on and on and Twitter about all kinds of stuff. You'll say lies about me. And then the moment I go, this is
what lies have I ever told about you?
Let me finish. The moment I say this is so ridiculous, I'm going to be silly back. Then you go, oh my God, she hurt my feelings. Then stay off the internet, Kaylee. I don't know what to tell you. Stay off the internet.
No, you made an accusation about me. What lie have I ever told about you?
Oh God, I brought it up before. I don't even care. I just don't care, Kaylee. I don't care.
You said,
Joey. Then if you don't exactly have the evidence on you, then of course it's just nothing but a baseless assertion.
You understand? We're not in an actual debate. I knew 30 seconds before coming on about this.
I know, but if you're the one making the
claim,
you're the one making the claim, then you have to provide.
If
evidence
I'm not invited,
for
okay, would y'all like me to leave? Let me ask this: since you're bringing up I wasn't invited, RSN, would you like me to leave? I'd be happy to leave if I'm not welcome here.
Joey, I never said you weren't welcome.
Hold on, y'all. I'm referring just because Kaylee said it. I just want some clarification. If y'all don't want me here, I can go. I'm not assuming that that's what it is. That's why I'm asking the question.
Look, I get just ask, like, in all seriousness, how did you know the MMS thing was a joke? Like, if you didn't know what MMS was.
Because she obsesses. She is obsessed to me about this before. Every time I've communicated with I want to say this. Let me back up. Many times, I'll say it, because I don't want to exaggerate. Many times I've spoken to her. She'll bring up MMS because she thinks I have this alternative health past or whatever. She's brought it up so many times that every time she starts obsessing about it, I don't understand why she's obsessing. And I've cleared it up with her several times. I don't like, and her thing is to say, well, because you did this once and because I've talked about LED red light therapy, you're concerned. So you're obsessing because you're concerned, but I haven't done anything. I've not told people what program I'm on to get out heavy metals. Like, this is silly. That's why this is silly to me.
Can I address, and there's like several things that have piled up that I need to address. Because you go on and on. But anyways, number one, I only brought up on Twitter once about MMS and you. And what I said specifically was it was a theory that, because you said that you had it on time, that you might have taken it, and I don't know what else you could have
because
maybe
you brought
taken.
it up several times. Yes, you brought up.
No, I brought up MMS once. You can look back in my Twitter history.
We talked before, and you brought it up before, and outside of Twitter.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you have, and that's why I think it's funny. Like,
on Twitter. Listen specifically. On Twitter, I've only said it once, and then you brought it up in a Discord convo that was once.
Kaylee, we've had other conversations where you've brought it up. I don't know.
All right, Jojo, if you're going to claim that, can you prove it? Do you at least still have the tweets on you?
She is so silly. I don't care to. I need you to understand.
Yeah, okay, but if,
hold on. I'm gonna say this again.
No, Jojo.
You're not getting this. You're not getting this. I didn't come here prepared. So you keep saying every time I say something, I have to back it up with evidence, having no time to do that. That's not possible.
But Joey, you do know if you're going to claim something about another person, you got to have evidence for it. Like, if I'm going to claim somebody raped me, I can't just, like, expect people to believe me. I will demand evidence for that.
And you would, I'm not talking about rape. We're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not talking about rape either. It was just an analogy, of course, that if somebody's going to claim something, you have to provide evidence for it in order to know that it happened, just in case.
I understand both sides of it. Joy just came here because she knew people were talking about her, and she just came here just to be like, hey, what's up? So I get that.
Yeah, this isn't a debate. Thank you. This isn't like a formal debate for me, so you can't treat it like that.
Make a note of it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
provide evidence, and you can provide evidence later. Make a note. Provide evidence later.
Provide evidence to who? Like, you mean after this is done?
Sure.
What evidences am I supposed to provide? What evidence?
For any of the claims that you've made, you've of course claimed that she's lied. So you got to prove that with, of course, evidence.
What are you talking about? Like the MMS? Some of it were voice conversations. I don't have that. Some of it I would have to go look through. I mean, let me finish. Let me finish.
You can always try to quote. You could always try.
You know what? I'm just not going to talk anymore because every time I try to answer something, everybody starts talking.
Hold on. We got a dono from Deep Sleep. Just said, "Joy, you were rude as hell. Shut up for 2 seconds." But thanks for the dono. But listen. Like, I don't know. We got to come to a point here. Like, what's going on between you and Kaylee here? What's going on? Like, can you guys come to some sort of resolution here, or are you guys just?
I still need to make one more point that I was trying to get to, that I've been trying to do this entire time. There were some of those replies that were silly and stupid and sarcastic and mean-spirited jokes, but there's a bunch of others that were serious and were like actual conversation. And one of the times you made one of the stupid things, I said that's inappropriate to even joke about. And your reply was to basically laugh at me, call me a pedal supporter, and to very clearly tell me to drink MMS mixed with gasoline and hydrogen peroxide straight from the bottle. That was very specific, and that was not in any kind of joking kind of context anywhere in that tweet. And how about the one where you said, I should take MMS because I have autism, and religion might cure the a-hole part too. That was really mean-spirited, and that was not a joke or a sarcasm.
I don't know. See, that's what bothers me is I feel like she kind of knew a little bit what MMS was because I feel like.
Oh, thank you! You nailed it. You just assumed. You did it again.
No, my point is. No, hold on.
Based on what you said.
Hold on. My point is because based on what you said, like just because you said how would the joke be funny? Like if it was a joke to you, how would it be funny if you didn't know what MMS was?
Because it's obsessive. Because
but if she obsessed,
Joey, right? You know what, Joey, provide evidence that of course she's obsessive.
Go look at her Twitter and how many times she's talked about me. Go, have fun. You literally can look it up for yourself. It's there.
Well, you're the one that you're the accuser, so of course you have to provide.
I'm telling you where to right, and I'm sourcing it. Go to her Twitter, look at replies, or go type in her name and Joy. Go for it.
No. I want to know what you think constitutes as evidence, of course, of her being obsessive. Because for all I know, it could be a response, like oh hey, I don't know, like that could just you could.
I'm telling you, I gave you the answer.
Yeah, but of course I don't know what you would actually constitute as evidence. If you were,
you're not even okay. All right. No, Kaylee's a mind reader, and 1,000%. Kaylee, you don't like woo-woo stuff, but you're a mind reader. It's cool. It's all good.
yeah. Nowhere did she actually claim that, and of course we can rewind back to the debate.
You're right. Kaylee didn't claim to be a mind reader. Like I'm full of shit. Absolutely. It's getting silly to me. This whole thing is getting silly. It's cool. Like I can get silly with y'all. It's good. This is getting ridiculous. This whole thing is about assumptions.
Look, it's not about it's not the whole thing's about assumptions. I mean, come on, Joy. Like you said something about MMS and so to someone who has autism, like, hey, drink bleach, it'll cure your autism. I mean, like
I didn't know that you were correlated.
Fine. You didn't know. You didn't.
I didn't know the two were correlated. I didn't know the two were correlated. I didn't know.
Okay, then you didn't know. Okay. Well, then this shouldn't be that fucking serious. Then, like between you guys.
Exactly. Thank you. You nailed it. This should not be a serious thing. It was supposed to be silly. I don't know that. Most people don't know what miracle mineral solution is. I don't know much about it at all. That's the point.
Yeah, but of course you should have, of course, tried to prevent this misunderstanding by, of course, like, I don't know, putting JK or like, I don't know, as after all, I've already said this before, like via reading text messages or anything like that. it's hard to tell when somebody's being sarcastic. That's of course why
you're right. When I talk about feces on my face, I need to really clarify. Absolutely.
Even if she put sarcasm tags in for everything that she said, and just joking afterwards, after all of the tweets, even then, all of that shit would still be like vile and hurtful and mean.
And your obsessive nature has been hurtful to me, but you know what? I'm an adult. I'm a big girl. I put on my big girl pants and I deal with it. That's called being an adult.
You have no room to call anyone obsessive, number one. Like, you put an hour-long video about Memory Holiday liking a tweet that was fat shaming you.
You of course, like,
and she talked shit on me.
She talked
shit on me. She talked shit on me. Absolutely. I explained the situation.
You also made an hour-long video on Monday Matt eating, of course, with Repsion, Jeff Holiday, and a bunch of other guys.
Yeah, Monday Matt's a piece of crap. Absolutely. He's completely
based on just him having dinner with Repsion. Is that what you're saying? Yes or no?
No, that's not what it was about. It wasn't the fact that he had dinner with Repsion. It was the whole thing about everybody's totally okay with this guy running around false flagging people, and we all accept him. And the people that do that are hypocrites. So I'm pointing it out.
And how do you, of course, have evidence that they accept the?
You're lying. It was 20 minutes long, not an hour.
Okay,
20 minutes. I didn't exactly have that information.
No. If you make a claim, you've got to back it up with facts. Back it up with facts. Show me it was an hour. Show me it was an hour. Back it up with facts. Back it up with facts.
It doesn't really matter because that has nothing to do with my argument in and of itself. But anyway.
Yeah, you're talking about being obsessive. If you're talking about being obsessive, 20 minutes versus an hour.
You're trying to use the fact that she's obsessive as an argument in order to like prove what you're saying. Which requires proof in and of itself. The fact that I said an hour long doesn't have anything to do with my argument, and it could just be a simple, of course,
All right, but what you're saying is that if you're going to say something, back it up with facts. And thanks for the dono, Jane. Joy needs to brush up on her logical fallacies. I appreciate the donation, but like, listen, I don't know.
Also, like, why do you think that that pretty much these people eating out with him like somehow like constitutes as him accepting just because of the fact that they are associating with him? Is that true?
Can I respond?
Is that what you believe?
Can I respond?
But it's a binary question. It's a binary question, Joey. So
so basically, I get questions asked, and I don't get to answer them. Okay, that's cool.
No. It's a binary question. Yes or no. You either believe it or you don't.
All right. Well, let her speak. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think the bigger point we're missing is why aren't we putting feces on our face for crow's feet? Like, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's not an answer to the question, Joey.
100%. No, and honestly, why aren't we, like, if monkeys can fly, why aren't we on their backs, like, getting a free ride?
That's not an answer.
Why? Like, I don't understand.
That's not an answer to my question. That's not an answer to my question. And so, do you believe that?
I can answer it. 1776 will commence again if you take my firearms.
Yeah, it's not an argument. All right. Yes or no?
1776 will commence if you take my firearms. Like, that's...
Yeah, it's not an argument, Joey.
I don't see shit on... No, you know what? I don't see shit on your face right now. And I'm done with this. I'm fucking done. I'm over it. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not an argument, Joey.
You know what? The fact that I won't even talk to you with that shit on your face because I'm better than that. I'm fucking better than that.
Yeah, it's not an argument. It's just an ad-hom, Joey. All right. Now, do you believe, of course, the fact that just these people are eating with mundane Matt, do you believe that is evidence of them somehow accepting him? Yes or no?
Honestly, here's the thing. My internet connection's a little slow because I live in a Pepsi bottle, to be honest with you. So I don't know. And like I said, I have feces on my face. RSN, can you please be respectful to me being a guest? Because I was super duper invited and go put your shit on your face.
Whoa. I don't know about all that. I don't think I want any part of that. But where are we going with this? Let's let Joy speak. What do you want to talk about? Like, what do you have to say about what they have to say? Like, but that's not talking about.
Here's the thing. They out here, they raping everybody. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. I'm at the point where this is so ridiculous. I don't know what to do but to get rid of it. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, RSN. I'm not, because you've been, to me, in my opinion, you've been a little bit more fair, but I don't know what to say. This is ridiculous.
I think like I'm trying to get you guys to come to some resolution. Is that possible?
I doubt it, honey. I've tried with her. I have tried. I could even if I had
tried with me. Okay.
Yes.
But Joe, you're not at least apologizing for the misunderstanding. At least she's asking you for that little favor. And plus, it's not really much to just.
I've tried. What you don't understand is I've tried, and she is taking it every which way she wants. You know what? I'm just going to put shit on my face and I'm going to get my guns in case 1776 comes around. Like, that's all I'm worried about. They took my Alex Jones off the air. RSN, you're next. You're next, motherfucker.
I am. I know.
Feces treatment, guys. Alternative medicine. Feces treatment. And, you know, here's the thing. There's a misconception that if all you have to do is put it on your face. It's even better if you ingest it. Ingest it and mix it with gasoline because that's a real thing.
Straight from the toilet or like where do you get that?
Organic's always better. Don't be fucking stupid. Don't.
Okay.
Don't
just making sure. Just checking. Okay. Oh shit.
Hey, real quick, can you resend me the link? My friend's trying to come on and the link isn't. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm sorry. It could be me.
I'll send you a link. I got you.
Sometimes the feces clogs my eyes, so maybe I'm just not.
I have that same problem. I have that same problem all the time. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I hear you. A lot of people have shit in their ears. Okay, I'm trying again.
I sent it again, but it should work. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. I would put it in the chat, but I think mad people would come in here right now.
Oh God, obsessed! You get the obsessive. Actually, can you send it? See if you can send it here. If you don't mind, I'm gonna copy again. I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared. Now I'm not real tech smart. I'm not real smart with anything, except for feces. I know a fucking lot about feces. I shit a lot.
Toilets and
like
feces?
At least twice a day.
Okay. Hey. Do you know?
Hey, I'm gonna need you to back up your claim that y'all shit. So just so you know, I'm gonna need to back up all those claims that y'all shit or put feces on your face because I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it.
Yeah, it's not an argument, and it's a red herring.
It's being silly. It's called being silly. This is because it's ridiculous.
Okay. We got it. I sent that to them. All right. So, you guys usually fight on the regular on Twitter? Does this happen often?
I blocked her, so I haven't said much. We have a few times.
Okay,
well, probably know better than I do.
Okay, Kaylee, if I'm right, you said that Joey unblocks you at times just to send you messages or tweets or something like that. Is that actually true?
That happened with that specific one. Where was it? That happened with was it the one where she told me to drink the MMS, or she asked how does the Miracle Mare solution taste? Before she sent that, I was blocked.
Okay,
so she unblocks me to send that. And then we engaged in that whole shit show.
That Twitter back and forth. But while I have you here, Joy, what happened with you and Mike and Actor? That not really Mike and Actor. He was just kind of there. But what was up with the Pooh Babies joke? What was up with that?
Yeah, that was me being sarcastic too. It was me being sarcastic because people were saying. So people were trying to find ways of me being racist, and the way I joke, I can be very dry sarcasm. And my audience that knows me knows that, first of all, if you listen to the clip on the very end, I say confirmed. And that's we do hashtag confirmed, and that means it's a joke. I
know. Yeah. I know, but you know someone's going to clip that. I mean.
Well, sure, let me finish. So I had done a lot of different live streams. To me, I was being silly with a friend. I made 2 different videos apologizing if people didn't understand my humor and were offended. However, and I still stand by this, I don't apologize for the joke itself because I'm somebody, I like comedy, I like humor, and I don't think we should go around joke policing people, especially if the intent isn't really harmful. And the intent for me was blowing off steam from people trying to make this campaign saying I was racist. There was a woman at the time, I don't remember the whole situation, but she was coming at me saying that she was going to take down my YouTube career and call me a racist. So it was just me being silly. And I understand people who don't understand my humor or the audience that didn't know me hearing that. Some people thought I was being serious. To those people, I apologized if they didn't understand it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I know some people in my audience, they heard it and they're like, what the fuck? They really, they took some serious offense, Yeah, and
they have a right to be offended if they want to be. But at the end of the day, there was no malice. I was just trying to be silly, and I apologized if people took offense to it. I'm not going to apologize for telling a joke. I will apologize if people were offended because it wasn't my intention.
Okay. So
I'll give you that one, Joe. Is like honestly, a joke is a joke at the end of the day.
Thank you. And if you listen to it, I say confirmed at the end, and I think
they're of course, like anybody who watched it can tell it's sarcasm. As even I've kind of done those jokes like that in the past, like I said, like or just false flag on Eason's channel.
Exactly. Thank you. And that's what. Now here's the thing, though. The people clipped it, took it out of context, and I will be honest, I had some people. I didn't even know the term to say. I used to say brown because my friends who are, I hate saying of color because where I'm from, saying color is like the N word, but I guess that's now what you're supposed to say. So all my friends growing up would be like, just call me brown. I was like, okay, you're fucking brown. You're pretty and brown. I don't care. But to my friends who have pigmentation to their skin, like to certain people who didn't know me, who had pigmentation, I'll say, or melanin. And they just heard certain parts. They thought I was being serious, and that I was saying that's where, people with pigmentation come from. To that, I felt horrible because I was just like, I don't ever want you to feel that way because that was not what it was about. That was not my intention. But again, people were just trying to be stupid, and that's what they did. So at least that's my opinion of it.
Okay. So,
although I feel like, all right, let me just clarify one thing. I don't think people are mad at you or using this to claim that you're racist. I think people are just mad at or just got offended at the joke and stuff like that, and that's what people are mad about.
It's an edgy joke. It's an edgy joke that's kind of fucked up. Here's
the thing. It's just me being sarcastic and silly. Like it's not even supposed to be like a punchline gotcha joke. Sometimes the way I joke, I go so silly, just like I did earlier, and I go so sarcastic that's my way of showing somebody how ridiculous something is. So for people to call me racist, me to say something completely outlandish, is to make fun of the people back, is to be like, you're being ridiculous.
But it's still not appropriate.
But that's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's fine. You can have it.
And I'm fair. Yeah, I'm fair to call it out as I see it and share my opinion that I think that is not appropriate. And it's an opinion that a lot of people share, and a lot of people got genuinely offended by it. And
then they just got to deal with being offended. And furthermore, I'm offended that you are friends with somebody who is at the very least, an ephebophile, and you offend him. But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't care. It's your life. I'm not going to obsess over it.
He was a senior in high school. They were similar kind of ages.
It's still really illegal, and it's still gross, and you still shouldn't do it because there's a power dynamic. There's a power dynamic.
But there was nothing sexual. The most you gave us that they were boyfriends. Yeah, but you don't know that either, and you're the one making the claim. Therefore, the burden of proof falls on your shoulders, Joey. And again, the most you've said is that there's a
component to it. Unless you're asexual, and he's not asexual, neither is she. There is a component of sexuality. It doesn't mean you're having sex, but it means that's part of the attraction. That's biology. Again, unless you're asexual or have some other type of, you're somewhere else on some.
The most you've only provided is that they said their boyfriend and girlfriend, but either way, that they could just, I don't know, be joking about that, as it could have been in that kind of context.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
This was a relationship that happened 17 years ago.
Right. Just like the things
he's grown up since then.
Things that were 5, 10,
that's not the point, Joy.
It is the point. The point is the stuff he brought up about me.
Let me finish my point, because you're going off on something else before you even get the point.
Okay. The point
I'm trying to make is this was 17 years ago when he was young himself, and they were in a similar sort of age group.
Okay.
Not perfectly, but the same kind of age group. Since he has gotten older, he has not continued to be attracted to that age group.
You don't know that, and I don't know that because we don't know him.
But
but you're the one making again. Joe, you're making an assumption.
You're making an assumption based on absence of evidence, and you can't make an assumption based on a lack of evidence.
Haley, you've done that with me repeatedly, like me being.
No, I haven't. I have given plenty of evidence.
Joey, do we have to go through all this again?
Firearms. By the way, you made a perfect point, Kaylee. 17 years ago. Do you know this motherfucker for a year? And you know this, Kaylee, because you watched him and apparently were some form of internet friend or are. He brought up, he doxed exes, he doxed friends, former boyfriends, family.
Where's proof of this?
Let me finish. He went on lolcow, and it's there. He even admitted to it in streams, giving interviews about every aspect of my life up until 15 years ago. So he's allowed to do that.
Proof proof.
I've told you, Kaylee, you just don't want to go look with your obsessive nature.
I have.
The proof is on lolcow. Go look on the pages. We've told you this repeatedly.
I looked on lolcow. That's what you told me to do the first time, and that's how I found out about this.
Okay, so
that's how I found out about
unless they changed it on lolcow, it literally, there are posts where it says by Phil, and in some of his live streams, which have been pointed out to you, he even admits it. He admits this, Kaylee. And by the way, there's some of the stuff he's talking about, there's almost nobody else that would know about. He put out stuff saying that that I have STDs, about being raped and what exes that happened to. That's on Twitter. You can go look that up on Twitter right now. He can do all that, right? But somebody can't look into his past and criticize him for it. That's horse crap.
Joy, everything that you've just said, you need to show evidence of. I'm not going to go look at something that isn't there.
I'm not going to actually get the evidence. I'm being shown where the evidence is. It's literally like reading an
article. You're not showing me where the evidence is.
Joy. And at the bottom, they source where it is, and they source a link, and you're like, I don't want to click on it. It's too hard. Okay, you know what? I'll play the game. I'm going to go on his Twitter and find where he talked about me being raped and he put out there about having STDs and stuff. I'll go ahead and find it, Kaylee. It's ridiculous.
Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted.
You are so obsessive. Why have you not looked this up yourself?
It's not
because Joey, it could simply be something that you twisted, and that's why I'm asking for evidence. As of course, we don't know if you could have twisted this because I don't exactly know you that well.
1 second. I think I have him. I'm pretty sure. I don't look at his shit. Yep, hold on. I have him blocked. I really don't want to unblock this. That's another thing. This guy's been incredibly creepy with me. Really don't want to unblock him. Ugh. I'll do this. Also, RSN, my friend is having issues getting on. I'm not sure what's going on.
I just made another link and sent him another one, a new one.
I don't know if it's an error on her end.
I don't know. I literally just sent 2 different links. They should both work.
Yeah, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not claiming it's your fault.
That's odd. I mean, I don't know. Like, if you can send me their email, I can send them one directly to them. Like, send me their email, and I can do it if you have their email.
Okay, hold on. Do you want to try through email? ? He can send you an email, or I can, Darian. Sorry, I've also got some programs running on my computer, so it's going to take me a minute to. Sorry, it's going to take me a minute to get everything up. Okay, hold on. Oh, I hate looking this guy up. Such a fucking creep.
All right, so what's up with the protective order? What's going on with that?
What about it?
I don't know. Someone just asked me about it. Like, so what's the situation with that?
The Vivian thing? Oh, I know about this.
Of course you do.
Joy can go look at her evidence. She filed some kind of court document against Jared. Was it claiming harassment? And she checked a box that said domestic abuse, even though she's never been in the same room with him. And it basically got thrown out of court, and she had to pay a fine because it was frivolous.
Okay. All right. So you were fined?
No, I don't think I was fined at all. And furthermore, I did exactly, when you go into file, I did exactly what they told me to, and that's what they told me to put down. So, Kaylee, read my mind. Read my mind because you were there.
Hold on. What did they tell you? Do you remember?
I just remember they like when I filled out certain things, I told them the situation. They told me which boxes to check, so I did. That's it. It's that simple.
Okay.
God, I don't know how to look this up because I have them blocked. Hold on. It's taking
also
forever.
in the box where she's supposed to describe what's happening, she said something about him and Viv having sexual intercourse before and after harassing her.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Court. You put that in a legal court document, and you wonder why it got thrown out. And you had to pay fees.
I don't wonder anything.
Sorry, not fine, a fee because it was frivolous.
I don't wonder anything. You guys are the one obsessing over it. Like, y'all are the ones that obsess. I don't care. Like, I I let all this go. That's what y'all don't understand. This court document, not court document, I think it was an ex parte. I think that's what it's called. This was back in June. We are now into December. I let it all go. I just don't care.
But it only just came out December 10th. So it's still relevant to us, just because it's news to
right.
you.
The people that, again, you hang out with the people that like to harass me, that like to try to get people fired, my boyfriend fired, others around me, like
that's not an argument, and that's just an appeal, and that's just a guilt by association fallacy.
No, it's
also again, she hasn't proved any of that either. All of these claims that she's making, no, you haven't.
I have. Yes, I do. I have. I put it out there. I can pull it up again if needed. This is so silly.
Pull it up again, please.
Pull up the tweets.
Hold on. First, see, this is the thing. I have to pull up Phil's stuff first, and then we branch out into 10 other things. What should I be pulling up right now?
It's up to you.
Well, no, because here's the thing. If I walk away, I want you guys to say, give me some reasonable stuff within the time frame we're talking to do this. Because otherwise, we're going to be here all night, and I don't think y'all want that, and I don't either. And if I walk away not addressing every 30 accusations, then I get labeled a liar. So you guys pick like 2 or 3 things y'all want me
to just pull up the things you were supposed to pull up, Joy. I mean, it shouldn't take that long, right? I mean,
no, like I said, I have other programs running, and right now I'm still trying to figure out how to.
You don't have a phone?
Well, I do, but I can't do Google Hangouts with my phone. And well, no, hold on.
Why don't you pull it up? Send it to me. I'll pull it up on the screen.
So the problem, here's the only problem. I have them blocked, so I have to go and look. And I know there's a way to unblock people, but I really don't want to unblock him. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So hold on just a second.
All right.
I still have him blocked on Twitter on my phone too. So I have to look up. Oh God, it's gonna take a minute. Might be privacy and safety. Where's the list of blocked people?
You should be able to just go to their account if you search their account name and then unblock them in the settings.
Here's the thing. This is overwhelming. I'm going to tell you this. If one of you could look it up, I can tell you what keywords to search. I can tell y'all what keywords to search. I didn't come here, like I said, prepared with a bunch of information for a debate. So if somebody could help me look it up, I'd appreciate it. And my friend wants you to email her now. So hold on just a second.
Send me her email.
Okay, thanks. I'm sorry. I'm really not trying to be bitchy with this. I'm really tech stupid. So if somebody can look it up, his Twitter name I think is that Philip S guy. I think it's 1L. And then I can tell you some of the stuff to look. You can even literally go look at his Twitter. Most of the tweets are about me, even the replies. But I'll tell you some. I'll try to tell you some searches if I remember them.
Philip what?
Philip S. I don't.
That Philip S guy, and it's Philip with 1L, I think. Haley might know better. By the way, if I take off, my computer has crashed because I have hold on, let me close a few things out. Just letting y'all know I'm not running away in a tantrum.
Mm-hmm. All I came up is a video that says I liked. It just says that Philip guy is obsessed with JoySparkle.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go now, as it's honestly getting quite late for me.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's been fun. I guess talking to you, Joey.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, nice to meet you, hon. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? All right. Like, I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know if you want to just I know you didn't come on here prepared. I don't know if you just want to just stop now and we can just come back tomorrow.
Here's the thing. Not to be rude. I don't really even do this stuff anymore, so I'd rather not. If anything wants to be hashed out,
what's the reason? What's the reasoning behind that too? What's the reasoning? Why have you just kind of backed off again? I kept seeing messages or things saying, "Oh, I'm leaving YouTube," or "Should I leave YouTube?" What's up with that? Why? What's that about?
1 second. If I try to do 2 things at once, I will fuck everything up. Okay, I'm trying to email her. Let me send you her email. Shit, where did my Twitter go? Hold on just a second. Where is it? Okay. Okay, sent you the email.
Okay.
I think, yeah, okay. So if you could just, and I sent her a link too. So if it doesn't work, I think it's on her end. Okay, so you asked me why I don't want to come back. I just don't, okay, let me ask you this. This is kind of how I look at it. If you've quit a job, unless you have a good friend or maybe like your girlfriend works there, are you typically gonna want to go hang out at the place you used to work at all the time? You know, I don't care to do it anymore. I just don't.
Are you saying you don't really have any friends here anymore? Is that what you're saying? Like,
I'm saying that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't care to do it anymore. I don't care about the drama. I don't care about the obsessive people. I don't care about the stupid people. And the other thing is, I've said this from the beginning. I can't, because of the health issues, I can't make the content I want. So I can't make the content I want, and I just kind of don't care to do, like, I don't care to share my opinion with the world all the time. Like, I just don't care. And I'm not judging, I'm not knocking anybody who does like it. It's just not where I'm at, if that makes sense.
All right. Well, I understand. I mean, if you don't want to make it, videos anymore, it's up to you. I mean, that's on you. I was just curious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because I know you've gone back and forth, and I don't know. You produce a lot of videos, and I'm not saying that like I said, like I am a fan. You know what I mean? I've watched your videos. I've watched many of your videos before I even did shit. You know what I mean? I just
appreciate it.
I've seen some stuff that was questionable that I just wanted to ask myself. But that doesn't mean I hate you or anything like that either. By the way.
And I want you to know, even if we had a misunderstanding, I don't hate you. Like I don't really know yet, and I'm not saying that to be rude. That's why I was so confused when I was like, wait a minute, I'm legitimately sick all the time. I think you know this, what's going on. And
I just think, like, I'm just like curious, like, is there, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, do you ever just like sometimes just say fuck it, I don't feel like doing things sometimes? I mean, I can understand that if that happens,
Oh, this is gonna suck. Can I actually see who's here?
What the fuck?
Jared's here.
All right, am I connected? Because I can't tell.
Why is Jared here?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to this guy. So if y'all want to talk to him, that's fine. But I'll get out.
You don't want to talk to him?
No, this is the guy that's threatening to kill me.
No. All right. No.
All right.
Wait, you don't have a protective order?
All right, y'all. So
no, I got it.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
I got it. It's fine.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I don't. This is a guy who threatened to kill me and said he
Look,
would keep serious time.
Can I say that? Say that. Sorry.
Haley, can we let Puffin talk for a minute, because she just got in.
I'm sorry it took me so long to get here. I was really having some issues. I guess it just needed to come through email. I came here because I wanted to say, like, all of this needs to end.
Amen.
It's beyond bullshit at this point.
Yes, it's true.
I mean, like, really, honestly, none of us have even been around for like weeks paying attention to any of this shit. The fact that Kaylee is still months later going on about the fact that, oh my God, somebody told her to drink bleach on the internet.
I mean, the reason I brought that up is I thought it was kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's right for somebody to say, like, oh, you should drink bleach, to cure autism. You know what I mean? Whether it was a joke.
But you would think that, like, Joy actually held a gun to her head, the way that people are going on about it. I mean, this shit happens on the internet every fucking day.
I know what you're saying. It's a joke. You're saying it's a joke. Sure, I get it. It's a joke. All right. But even
if it wasn't a joke, even if she was dead serious.
But what if she didn't understand it that way? You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyways.
Then don't be on the internet if you're going to have your feelings that hurt. Like, that's simple. The RSN, the amount of crap that you have said you've put up with, and I'm not arguing, I'm just saying, and that that I've put up with, just go along your business. It's just, this is so, like, these people, including you, Kaylee,
okay, and it was left out, okay? Like, a little bit of the history to it. All right, so I think it was said earlier, and I'm sorry, I did miss a large portion of the stream, but so, Joy was friends with Phil for a really long time, and, then they had a falling out and whatnot. Well, he went around just shit talking her everywhere for literally a year while she stayed silent about it. Didn't even speak his name publicly for a year. And I was her patron, and even to her patrons, she didn't talk shit about him in private for a year. And it was around about a year when she started to get closer to people in private, that she started to tell people, more about her private history with him. And then a little bit of time went by, and then that's when, she started, the whole Geek Thulu thing went down, and, everybody knows how that happened. But so that's when Kaylee came into the picture, and when, or at least when I know that she came into the picture. So there was a history there with Phil and everything that had happened. And my first knowledge of Kaylee was her, viciously defending Phil. And
how was I viciously defending Phil? Because
I don't remember exactly what
I was getting attacked a lot on Twitter, but I was not really responding viciously.
You know what
I don't really remember.
Hold on. You know what I have a problem with?
All I was saying was, all I was putting out the logic and the math, and
I can only tell you
on her ages.
I can only tell you my viewpoint of the history that happened. Okay, whether that is your version of the story or not, I can only tell you the way that we saw it go down. Okay,
well,
so if
bring
it
up
doesn't,
the tweets and tell me where I was
honey, I don't have.
I do have the tweets.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Of me defending Phil.
That's great.
And I can show them and show that I was not being vicious.
I don't. Okay, I don't care enough to have that kind of shit saved. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm only telling you the way that it went down for us from our point of view. Okay, so that you guys can understand a little bit better where we're coming from. Okay, so that's the only reason I'm telling this. If you want to pull up that kind of stuff and show it so that you can prove a point or whatever, that's fine. I just wanted everybody to kind of understand a little bit where we were coming from so that you can understand better where Joy's headspace was when she said that stuff to you on Twitter, okay? And if you'll let me finish, and then you can address your point of view, okay? So, like I said,
it's not the point of view that I'm... okay, I need to interrupt you here because you just keep on going on and on and on. And I need to...
I know, because I have a point to get to that I'm trying to get to.
No, you're not, because I have a point that I need to get to too.
Really?
No, I didn't say that. I said I need a point that I need to get to on this. Based on that, you're saying that I viciously did this, and you're saying that you don't have proof. I'm saying that I have the proof and
Joy, I gotta kick
context.
That shit is annoying. Literally, she really doesn't have much. She doesn't really have much to do with this. I had to kick her. That's just annoyed the shit out of me. Ugh.
Wait. What annoyed you? Because she's followed this and she's interacted with Kaylee.
That's fine. I get that, but you know what? She's not really that necessary. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. So
necessary. Well, I'd like to have her here. It's necessary to me.
All right, but that's cool. I'd like to have like 5 people here too, but it's really not. There's no need for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, because she's also been harassed by the same group of people that Kaylee likes to befriend.
All right, well that's great, but that's not really what the topic was. We're just talking about you, her. You know,
I don't think we have any topics. Like, there's really no topics. We're just
we were just gonna bring up proof about. You were gonna bring up proof about the situation, right? I mean, that's what I thought we were doing.
So here's the thing. I'm still doing that. And by the way, I asked if somebody else could do it. So I've assumed somebody else is doing it, but I'm still trying. So while I'm trying to do that, I don't want to try to do 2 things at once. So I would like for her to come back. And while I'm trying to bring this up, I'd like for her to get her points.
You know who I want to. All right, why don't you do that? I'm gonna get like somebody else on here, like Mass Babe or somebody else who wants to come on and just chat about whatever, and just you do that. Does that sound great?
And I'd like to know ahead of time, because I just don't want it to be somebody who has just absolutely harassed me or made threats.
All right, I'm just no. Do you know who Mass Babe is? Do you know who she is?
Who?
Babe, do you know who she is?
I'm sorry, it keeps cutting out. Who is this?
Do you know who Mass Babe is?
No, sorry.
Okay,
the mask policy.
You should be good. I'm gonna send her a link right now, okay? And she should be good. Just get your proof. I'm gonna send her a link.
Well, if she's gonna come on, I'd like my friend to come back. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go.
Oh my god, I don't understand the point of having her on. I don't. That's the only reason I don't understand.
Because she has some stuff. She's a friend. She has some stuff to say, and we're all seem to be shooting the shit.
Can I say something? The reason
I'm gonna go. So if we can get her on or not, that's fine. If we're not, I'm gonna go because I was ready to go earlier, and I've already said where everybody can find the proof. They can look it up if they want. I will be happy to bring stuff up, but I would like to have my friend back. If not, I don't like people being rude to my friends and not. I'm not trying to.
Your subs are messaging me. They want to know. That's just that. You know what I mean? They want. I don't know. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I mean, it's up to you. But you know,
I'm happy to do it, but I would like to have.
I just didn't want somebody else here. Like I thought she was gonna interject here and back up some shit, and it seemed like she was trying to take over the conversation. I was just like, fuck this.
She had some points to make, and every time it seems like me or even her have a point, it's just constantly interrupted.
See, the thing is here, Joy, is I don't want this to turn into a stream run by you. I want this to be cohesive, makes sense, both sides
you
talk.
You tried to put a guy on who's threatened to kill me.
Oh, I didn't try to. Whoa! I didn't try to put anybody on. That's not what.
So that was okay. Sorry. Then you know what? Then I apologize. I assume so. That wasn't you that put him on.
Yeah, no.
Can I say something about the Jared telling you to kill yourself?
No,
there was the sarcastic tone.
No, I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry.
There's a sarcastic tone on that, and according to you, sarcasm makes
can we not, guys?
Right?
Can we not? Hey, I just want to talk about to Joy. Oh shit, Joy! I was gonna ask her about Footboy. Get her back in here. Joy.
What's Footboy?
Well, if she's not in here, then there's no point.
I don't even know. Goddamn.
The shoutouts do not reflect the views of Realstream News. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Realstream click.